Jay Severin on the Blaze Radio Network.
Glad you made it back, everybody, to the Jay Severin Show. My name is Chris Salcedo. You want to keep up with the program, not only the Jay Severin Show, you can do that at theblaze.com/radio. I want to have a conversation with Rhonda Gaines. She's a founder and CEO of RBG Business Solutions, LLC. She is a highly sought-after speaker whose passion for leadership development has helped build a successful career in business, human resources, and higher education. Undergraduate degree is from Virginia Tech and her master's from Amberton University. She's written her first book entitled Power of the Boardroom, Redefining Life's Priorities. Rhonda, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, Chris. It's a pleasure.
Life's priorities. Look, there was a time, and I'll just share a little bit of a brief background, because I told you this when I was booking you for the show, is that I've gone through this. My wife and I have gone through this, whether it's she's doing all the working or I'm doing all the working, and we have decided that it's about time we strike a little balance, where we have time for the family, time for the kids, time for ourselves, for crying out loud, and also time to work. But finding and striking that balance and even recognizing that it's needed is part of the battle, yes?
Yes, it is. It's teamwork. It's all about teamwork, Chris. You have to get to a point where you realize that the husband, the wife, the kids, you are a team. And as a team, you have to have a plan that works. And that's why I wrote The Power of the Boardroom, just to share what it looks like when you don't have a good plan and you try to do it all yourself.
Now, you have this concept that I thought was pretty fascinating, bringing the boardroom to the kitchen table. What do you mean by that?
Basically, when you work, especially in the corporate arena, they train you and train you well. And as you become proficient in your career, you aspire to that boardroom philosophy to be a leader of change. I took that concept to the dinner table because my husband and I basically trained the children to think differently. It's all about thinking like a winner, thinking how you can incorporate all of the core elements of success in their minds at a young age. So it's important that we have that home life balance. Otherwise, you have all of the keys to success, but it's not transferred to your children.
Okay, and so basically it's taking what you learn in a professional setting and bringing it home and making sure your kids are instilled with. Is it just work ethic, or is it more than that?
No, it's more than that. There's a core element. Basically, we took our faith and our family and education as a whole, and we combined it on the foundation of faith. The children have to understand how to respond to life, and you can't always respond intellectually. You have to go back to that core element as to why you do what you do. And the standards that we build is based on our faith, our core principles.
I get you. Rhonda Gaines, my guest right now. Power of the Boardroom is her new book, Redefining Life's Priorities. In your research, and you know what, we've all experienced this at one point or another, and I've had for lack of a better term, a come to Jesus moment to where, nobody dies saying, gosh, I wish I had done my job better. Everybody always says, I wish I had had more time with family. Is that the number one lament that you're finding through your research, that folks really are regretting not making more time for family?
That's true. And what's happening is that the stress level is so high, Chris. Not only men, women, we are just pushing ourselves to the limit. And we think by making more money, by spending more time at work, that it justifies what we're trying to do is taking care of the family. But it's really not. We don't have any time. We're really not giving to our most precious commodity, which is our family, because we're so exhausted from giving it at work. And there has to be a balance, and the balance really starts with us. We have to make decisions as to what we really want and what we value.
Yeah, so it's just a matter, and it goes from where you live to what kind of cars you drive to that kind of thing, because there is an, if I can just briefly get into politics just for a moment. This is what the Democrats had said to us about Obamacare. Oh, it's going to allow everybody to pursue their art, and they won't be job locked anymore, and all this kind of stuff about de-emphasizing the power of work and the positive aspects of work, and using that to sell the health care law. But I don't think that's what you're advocating. You're advocating understanding what it is you want out of life and what the priorities are, and then, recognizing that there are always going to be trade-offs, right?
You have to recognize there are going to be trade-offs, and what you do is to look at your gifts, look at your talents, and make choices. Many people operate out of a platform of fear, and they don't know how to take their talents, use their faith, build their family, and basically use lifelong education and as well as career education at the various universities to put it together and make a balance. There'll be trade-offs, but you plan for those trade-offs. You just don't let the trade-offs pretty much guide you in your decisions.
Number one mistake that you've seen that families or people make?
The number one mistake I see is that as family leaders, the mother and the father, we are competing against each other. The women are competing against the men are competing against the women for that power play, if you will, as far as what our career really means to us. And in the interim, the children pay the price. Our family harmony pays the price. We can have it all, but we have to plan for it. We have to trust in our faith. We have to trust in the home environment totally, and we have to build it as we trust.
Rhonda Gaines, the name of the book is Power of the Boardroom, Redefining Life's Priorities. I'm sure that folks can get it at Amazon and all the traditional brick and mortars.
Yes, that's true. We are launching it. We're having our book launch this Saturday, actually, in Dallas, and we're so excited. And if they go to our website, rbgbusinesssolutions.com, they will find all the information there on how to order it on Amazon.com.
All right, Rhonda Gaines, thank you very much. Appreciate your time here on the Jay Severin Show on the Blaze Radio Network.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
You betcha. You too. More to come on the other side of the break. We'll put a wrap on today's broadcast. Everybody, stick with me.
Jay Severin. Excelsior.
On the Blaze Radio Network.